Hello again, it's the Oscar expert here. Today, we're going to answer the question, is BlacKkKlansman an Oscar contender? Recently, BlacKkKlansman premiered at the Cannes Film Festival, or however the fuck you want to say Cannes. It was met with very good reviews. Mind you, these reviews are not a guarantee of an Oscar contender. As of right now, the movie has a 95 on Rotten Tomatoes, and that might make you think, oh, well, of course it has great reviews, but you gotta look at the average rating. 7.3 is pretty low for an average rating. On Metacritic, it has a 75, which again, is good, very good, but it is considered more of an uneven movie, more of a flawed movie. Last year, for example, out of the Oscar nominees, Darkest Hour was the only movie that had in the 70s on Metacritic. So the question is, are we looking at a true Oscar contender at a Cannes here, or are we looking at yet another one that the hype appears to be really strong for right out of the gate, but then it eventually kind of dips off and goes down? A lot of times it's because the movies at a Cannes are too artsy, or movies that aren't that appealing to mass audiences. BlacKkKlansman seems to be pretty appealing to wide audiences. It's a comedy, it's a crime, it's a fun movie, but it's also a very serious movie, a very angry movie, and a movie that addresses a lot of important social topics. A lot of discussions on race are going to be had about this movie throughout the whole year. And I think that's the biggest thing it has going for it, is that people are going to be talking about it. I think it might even be a movie that grows on people throughout the year. I think the reviews are probably going to go up. You're going to see more 5-star reviews coming out for it. Other categories you can see this getting nominated in are director. Spike Lee is long overdue for Oscar recognition. And Spike Lee hasn't ever had a movie nominated for Best Picture, not even Do the Right Thing. When people talk about the movie, they talk about Spike Lee. That would help him get a director nomination. As for Best Actor, John David Washington, people like him, but from what I'm hearing from reviews, his performance is good, but it's not the best thing. They don't need to nominate it. However, in supporting, you do have Adam Driver, who people think gives a very strong performance as well. If this movie is a big contender, you could see it getting nominated for Best Screenplay, although the fact that it is considered a little uneven could hurt it there, and the fact that Best Adapted Screenplay is looking like a really crowded category. As far as technicals go, it doesn't look from the trailer that the cinematography is going to get nominated. It doesn't really look like the costumes or production design is anything. The editing could be in contention, considering that some clips from the news and other movies might be dispersed in the movie a little bit, and they do like to see that in editing. It's a little showy. Spike Lee's movies in general sometimes have some inventive stuff with the editing, but editing might be the only technical category I can really see the movie getting nominated in. A movie like this depends so much on what conversations people are having around it, so we're gonna have to see how people respond to it as the year goes on, as it gets further away from its release date. But at this point, it seems fairly likely that BlacKkKlansman could be an Oscar contender.